Namaste. The reason why I have the same shirt on as I did before when I did a reading is because it's the same day. Okay, so I don't have to have a different shirt on. But this is without sans wig. Okay, I'm back to the hag hair. Anyway, I'm in my car. I like to be in my car. I went for a walk. Wasn't that long. I don't even know. I lost track of time because I was listening to a uplifting video. Jake Ducey, I think his name is. Anyway, he's like self-made millionaire by the age of 27 and writer of books, and I like to listen to him. I used to listen to him years ago at the beginning of my journey, and I got so busy I stopped listening to him. So anyway, I don't know, I'm talking about nothing, but I like being in my car because I haven't been able to do a vlog in my car forever, and it's because it's been too hot. I mean, and I have a new stand. Let me show you my new stand. Devin put a new stand in my car. Okay. He taught me how to do this, and of course, I'm going to probably mess it up. You know what? I don't want to do it right now. Anyhow. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, I burnt a lot of sage today. A lot of white sage and Palo Santo. Anyhow, I want to give a shout out to Vernita. Did I just say Vernita? Vernita is my New York accent. Vernita is, I think, how you say your name. It's such a beautiful name. It's unique. I want to say she has COVID, and I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. So many people have COVID. Am I not allowed to say that word? Who knows? But I want to put out prayers for Vernita, and also Gemini Girl. That she's an oldie. She was a sub way back in 2019, 2020. And then I didn't see her for a long time. Anyhow, she said she has COVID as well. Very sick with COVID. Who else? JW. JW, I'm worried about because I haven't seen JW, Juanita White. Her and her husband both had COVID. And so I'm worried. So please let me know if you're okay. So a lot of prayers have to go up. Don't worry about me. I just had a little back thing, and that means I have my red underwear on, okay, and I have to do affirmations. But I'm getting better already. Just it was very tight, but I did a lot of sitting when I was doing it over 2-hour video. I was sitting the whole time. So when the weather is a little bit better, I want to go back to my old-fashioned burns. How about that? That would be good, right? I don't know how to change this, and I don't really want to fool with it because I don't want it to break. Wait, is this it? See, Devin taught me how to do it, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't know. So I'll just hold it for a second. Oh, I'm not going to be able to see these cards. Okay, yeah, let's not push it. I'm still missing a set of cards. That's all right. Anyhow, yeah, I just wanted to jump on and say hello. I'm really tired from doing that video. Over 2.5 hours long. But I'm glad I went for a walk. I mean, that's all you could do in life. Just push yourself. I don't know what else I have to talk about. Talk about nothing. Talk about something. Yeah, we're going into Leo season. Maybe I won't publish this little video. we're going into Leo season, so I will best believe I'll be doing Leo. Happy birthday, Leo. I usually like to do it the first week of August, like August 7th, August 8th, like that. I usually never do it, the first couple of days, but we'll see. I'll see how much motivation I have. I pretty much did a couple of videos for summer, couple of the big long video for Michael Vaughn. I did a video for over an hour long for Dylan, and I feel at peace. And I got out my art video. Oh, this is what I wanted to tell. Okay, so Daisy and Sinead was bought. Yay! And Sharon, I believe her name is Sharon. I don't know. I think she is new to my channel. She said, "Did you get my email?" And I said, "No, I did not," because trust me, I'm a little business man over here, business dude over here. I'm trying to check my email all the time, and I check my comments to see if anybody wanted anything for the art, and I didn't see anything, so I get worried. But anyhow, I want to say, oh, Sharon, so you said you'll try again tomorrow, but you wanted Phoebe Blue, that painting. So Phoebe Blue's for you. If you want her, I'll keep her aside. If you can't communicate with me get onto my email, then just tell me in the comments on any video. I usually go back to the art video to check to see if I missed anybody, if anybody asked a question or something. But basically, if on any video, if you put it in the comments that what you're interested in, I could talk to you in the comments. It's just that it's a little bit easier if you do it in the email. But what I'll do is I will take a picture of my post office box. You could either do it through PayPal, or if that's too complicated, 'cause I know it is for me, you could do it through post office box, where you mail the check or money order to my post office box. Okay? And I can't put a picture of it as a thumbnail because I got in trouble one time. They said, they accused me of, they put a strike on my channel for giving my own post office box in the picture. So I have to, I could probably put it on the art video. I could put my post office box and my PayPal. But I understand if you don't understand how to do the PayPal, then just do the post office box and it'll get here in a week. And then as soon as I get it, I get your payment, I mail out you give me your address and your name, and of course that's kept quiet. I figured that some people are new and they don't know how I do the transaction. I am the creator, the artist, collage artist, the psychic, the reader, and I do I'm also my own secretary and my own assistant. So I have to do all that, all the legwork, and I'm my own moderator. I don't have anybody doing any of that for me. So I do it all. So I have to spend a lot of time going through the comments. Not that I get that many comments. Trust me, I don't. So it's getting easier and easier. I used to get a lot of comments back in the day where I didn't even know I had comments, and then I figured out that I had comments, and then I would always try to answer people. Even if it's just a heart, I try to answer everybody, unless they're fresh to me. But usually most people on my channel haven't been fresh as of late. I mean, I've had the trolls and the haters and the Gatoraders. I just made that up. It didn't make any sense. But anyhow, All right, yeah, so I'm just talking about nothing. Let's just go to 10. Let's go to 10 minutes even. All right, guys, I might not put this up, but I might put it up because a lot of people need to know about my art, how to get in touch with me, and I will put it on the art video, PayPal, and also my post office box. And those are the two ways to get in touch with me, and also my Gmail. But that's already up there. It's Katrina 8, number 8, dot KB, all lowercase, everything's lowercase, KB at gmail.com. Katrina 8 dot KB, Katrina Brady, at gmail.com. Katrina 8. Okay, and I love to receive emails. I wanted to say another thing, and this will go on till 12. 12 I just saw in my head. Anyhow, I wanted to say that I want to get a headache, a migraine from that headband. Angela, I think her name is Angela Smith. I don't really see her on my channel, but maybe she's there and doesn't comment. But Ruby told me about her because she, you know, those beautiful artistic pictures of summer and a picture of me. It looks like I have short hair because my hair is always pulled back, but it's like a cartoon version of me. Angela Smith, I believe it is. Angela, thank you so much. Namaste for that, Angela. I really appreciate that. You sent it in my email, and they're so pretty. And I was wondering if you had any for Michael. I tried to do it. I tried to download that same app. And then I don't know, it said all these weird things, so then Devin got me out of it. But I love those things. I could just like get lost on those apps. But and then it said, I think it said you have to pay $19 a year if you want to keep it after the trial. But which isn't bad, because I would definitely play with it, but it didn't work. It didn't work out for me. So I thank you for sending me those pictures of summer. And if you could do one for Michael, then I'll transfer his picture to that. Thank you for sending me the picture of me with that said Mystic Brady. That was really nice. I have to get labels made up again. One of my subs had mailed me a whole bunch of labels one time that said Mystic Brady, and other ones said Katrina Brady and the Mystic Brady Bunch, and it was really pretty, and I have to find out where she got that from, where she ordered it from, because I need to order more. I ran out of totally, whenever I put something together, like an art piece together to mail out to somebody, I would put those labels on their folder, for their affirmation folder. And anyhow, I'm just talking about nothing, but I wanted to say thank you to Angela Smith for making those pictures for me and sending me them in the email. I know you made them a couple for Ruby as well. And I wanted to thank you. I didn't know who you were because I didn't really see you in my subs. So, but maybe you're shy and you don't comment. And also Leisha, I hope that your friend's father and son that got hit by the truck and was in the hospital, I hope both of them are doing better. And I want to thank you because you, in PayPal, I don't know if I thanked you. I think I might have thanked you on the phone in a text, but I don't know if I thanked you. So I'm thanking you. You sent me wine money, $30 in my PayPal, and I sincerely thank you for that. The only reason why I didn't pick it up, like open it up and take it, accept it, is because I forgot my friggin' password. Yeah, I have it written down though. I have a special book that has 1,000,000 passwords. I had to change that password so many times because things get messed up, and it's hard for old people like me, 58 and a half. Start saving. Anyway, thank you so much, Leisha. That was so kind of you. You didn't have to do that. Things are tight for everybody. Things are very hard for everyone, and especially August. That's why I canceled my trip. I canceled my trip to New York because I foresaw, and also with common sense, I see a lot of things to do with planes in the wrong way. Cancelizations because of gas problems. Also weather being terrible. I mean, you guys who know me, hi. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Mystic Brady, Katrina Brady. Welcome to the Mystic Brady Bunch. All you have to do is sub, and you're part of the club. Okay? I'm not trying to rhyme. I am not trying to rhyme. Okay? And I'm stone cold sober. About to go in and have my wine. Okay? I'm fine. I'm about to go in and have my wine. Alright, don't get me started. Dr. Seuss, stop haunting me. Alright. I forgot what I was trying to talk about. But, yeah, so I canceled my trip. I was supposed to go see my son's houses that he has in Pennsylvania and stay over with, like, the aunts and the cousins and stuff and have a nice time and see my friends and see my family. I canceled it. I told my daughter I'm going to focus on coming in probably in November for her, around her birthday, Scorpio. And then I told my son I promised to, wherever he's at, if he's in, the United States around his birthday, I want to be with him then too. But what I feel, the gas prices being really high, tripling, and the food shortages and all that jazz. What I said in my video today is I don't like when people get everyone scared. We're already scared. Everybody's scared. Raise your hand if you're scared, okay? So we're all scared that we're living in uncertain times and it's scary, and people don't know if they're going to have jobs, and people losing their job or losing their houses, God forbid. They can't afford their apartments. They can't afford to live even though they worked their whole life, and they don't have the money, especially in New York, East Coast. It's even worse. I mean, that's why one of the reasons why we moved here, because we wanted to be able to have a home and be able to enjoy being retired after working since age 14. And having a full career of like over 40 years of working, and I'm still working. I might be going back to school. I'm just not sure. I'm on the fence. And I could tell you what my mother tells me, but then I could tell you what I feel in my heart. So anyhow, I'm not trying to say that bad things aren't happening in the world, but there's some people who might be readers, who might be psychics, or just people who are creators, they have a channel, and they're making people really scared. Okay, is that a word? Frightened, and that the end of the world is coming. I don't believe the end of the world. Yeah, some people say it's the end of times. I don't know why I'm talking on and on, but I think it's important. I don't be right with God. And, if you don't believe in God, still, be right with yourself, or believe whoever you believe in, but be a good person. Try to be a good person. Yes, absolutely. Try to have storage of water and canned goods and some kind of generator. I always say that we're going to go off the grid. That we're going to, the grid's going to shut down, and then what will we do? So have some kind of thing available, or just know that you'll have enough water or some water. Prepare, definitely prepare. I mean, that's why I canceled that trip, because I just feel like it's going to be at its worst in August and September. But especially August. And so I just feel like, with the combination of the heat, the weather, and what's going on in the world, I just figured, Now, and I listened to my guides, and they just said, you got to cancel that. And I didn't want to, because whose heart it broke, I think, is my son and my daughter. And they were like, okay, but, why? And I told them about my feelings. I mean, they grew up with me having feelings. And, my daughter's pretty psychic herself. My son was like, oh, like not really sure. And he has a very hard, difficult schedule. Right now he's in college to be a stuntman. Yeah, in college. In, is not Oregon, Portland. Is that Oregon? I am so bad with my... Seattle. Because he showed me his feet over by the Needle. Anyhow. Yeah, he's studying to be a stuntman. But, he's got his own business, several businesses and homes that he runs and he owns. But he always wanted to do it. So he said, even if I do it, I just go through the school. I think it's maybe a month, intense month or 2 months. I don't know. He doesn't really tell me. He doesn't fill me in. I just bombard him with texts and messages, and hopefully he'll text me back. And he has been. So he's been good with that. But he's in a dorm room and everything. And he said he always wanted to do it, and even if he doesn't get any parts in movies and do it professionally, he says he just will have that license. So I'm proud of him, for his accomplishments. Anyhow, yeah, so just be prepared. There's nothing wrong with being prepared and trying to not waste resources like I'm doing right now in the car. Okay, but I haven't been able to be in my car for so long, and so I have the AC pumping, and I feel good. It's good to have these little things for yourself that you enjoy. And if it's just sitting in my car, I enjoy it. It's my alone time. Because when I'm in my house and I'm creating and I'm doing videos and I'm talking, a lot of times Devin doesn't even know I'm talking to my phone. He just thinks, I'm talking to him, and so he starts talking to me, and then my stepson comes home, and then they're talking, and they talk really loud. He talks really loud to my husband, and there's a door that takes away a little sound, but then there's a curtain over by the kitchen where my table is in the dining room, and that's not enough of privacy office. And then my husband comes in and he uses the computer. So it's the computer room, it's the dining room, it's my art studio, and it's my place where I do videos. But I am happy and grateful that I have it, because I love my home. It's just that, sometimes you need privacy, and I can't do it in the car when it's really 108 degrees. 108, 106, 102, I could probably do it. But when you're trying to save gas and not be wasteful, then it's stupid for me to do that. And then when it's a little bit better out, I will go to my pool room. I know nobody even asked. I will go into my pool, and I have a whole setup where I could do the burns. But I just haven't been able to do that because it is so friggin' hot. And I should be used to it because it's Texas, and this is how it is until the middle of November. We have maybe 1 week of winter. I mean, it could be really freezing cold in the morning, but then as the afternoon comes, it heats up, and you're if you wear a sweater to work, you will die. So what you have to do is you have to wear a short sleeve shirt, then you put a sweater over it, and you wear another jacket over that if you want, and then you start stripping your clothes off as the afternoon comes. And then the classrooms are all air conditioned, so you're basically in AC all the time when you're in Texas. You go into the stores and stuff. And I don't like to always be in AC. I like to be among the trees and among the air and that type of thing. I really miss the spring in New York because you know, you would see so many different colors and the changing of the seasons. We really just have summer, and maybe a couple of weeks of fall and a week of winter. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but you get the picture, right? Okay, so guys, I've spoken too long. I think I covered everything. I probably shouldn't upload this because I uploaded such a long video today, but who knows? Maybe I will. If it makes you happy, you do it. As long as it doesn't hurt you or the other person or another person or a group, you do it. Do what makes you happy. Even if it's a little silly thing like painting or learning some new cards. I promise you I'm going to do the New York cards. It's just that I had to get a couple of things out of the way so that I could, you know, feel like I'm still doing things for the children and the missing. That's my priority. And then I could be at ease. Tonight when I go in, if I have a little energy, I'm going to start my pink picture. It's not going to be called Harmony, but that color is calling me, and I showed you the jewels, I think in my art video. Anyhow, if you're interested in my art, just let me know on that video or give me an email, and we could discuss it. Anyway, I hope you guys have a beautiful night, and I will see you probably tomorrow. Anyway, oh yeah, Monday I have to go to jury duty. So hopefully I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to do a quick little 30-second video outside of the courthouse. And then when I go in the courthouse, we have to give up our phones. So I'm sure when they get a gander of my accent, they'll be like, okay, you could go. But you know what? If I have to serve, then I'll serve, and I'll put my, you know, best foot forward as usual. I'll do my civic duty. Okay. God bless America. I don't know. I'm in a weird mood. I'm straight. I'm clean. Okay. But I'm going to have my wine. All right. Love you guys. Namaste. Zen zebras for life.